welcome to another episode of Hooniverse Reviewniverse. I'm doing another review in my car. Sorry if you don't like these car reviews. I explained in the last video that I have a lot of driving time, and this is perfect time for me to do my reviews. Let me say this again. If you don't like the video reviews done in the car, if you don't like them for whatever reason, just leave a comment below, because I'd like to know if I'm wasting my time on these. This time I'm going to be reviewing The Rescue, which is on the Rescue in the Romans DVD set. It's story number 11. It takes place in the Hartnell era, the first Doctor. And it's really a great story. It's only a two-parter. But for a two-parter, it does really, really good job. In this episode, we meet Vicky, the Doctor's new companion, kind of the replacement for Susan Foreman, played by Carol Ann Ford, who left in the previous storyline, the Dalek invasion of Earth. Maureen O'Brien plays Vicky, and on the special features on this, which I'll talk about later, there's a making of that reveals that the reason Carol Ann Ford, who plays Susan, left was because she felt like she was being typecast in a kind of like a damsel in distress kind of role. The Doctor still has Ian and Barbara as his other companions, played by Jacqueline Hill and William Russell still. So the story is basically, after leaving Susan on Earth in London, they take off. It's the Doctor, Ian, and Barbara. One thing I really like about this episode is that it's actually mentioned that the crew is missing Susan, even though this is a new episode. Now, in today's story writing for TV shows, you kind of take this stuff for granted, continuity and all that. But you got to think, in 1964, it was almost every TV show was self-contained. If you brought in another character, they kind of just eased in, and there was no real explanation given on a lot of TV shows. However, on this, they are acknowledging that Susan's gone. Now, whether or not this was just for people that had missed the previous week and they are saying, oh, what happened to Susan, or not, I really like that this is just acknowledging that she was still part of the storyline and it just doesn't cut her off. It's just, to me, that's something you don't really see in a 60s TV show's continuity. Anyway, they land on a planet, and of course, there is a rocket that has crashed there, and there are two people on this rocket that are waiting for a rescue team to come by. They've sent out a rescue call. They're just waiting for the rescue team to come help them out, pick them up. And there's a monster called Coquillion that is terrorizing them. Since this is a two-parter, there is a twist. It's Doctor Who. There's a twist. Since this is a two-parter, it's hard to give a lot away about what's going on in the story without giving away the twist. So anyway, the two people on the rocket are Vicky and Bennett. So they run into the monster Coquillion, and Coquillion pushes Barbara over a cliff edge. Vicky finds Barbara. She ends up saving her from Coquillion. So Vicky and Barbara are talking, and Vicky says that her dad died. He was one of the survivors of the crash, but he died along with most everybody else when he was lured to his death by the natives of the planet. They killed everybody. So the Doctor goes into Bennett's room, and Bennett is supposed to be handicapped from the crash, can't really move, but he is missing. There's a trap door, and there's a tape recorder in his place. Let's just say that the story goes from there, because I don't want to give away a lot of what happens after that. But really, it's a good story, and I really like this. Even it's only a two-parter, but they fit a lot of story into the two parts. There are a lot of things about this story that kind of make it stand out. The only previous two-parter story was Edge of Destruction, which was kind of like just a money saver in between the Daleks and Marco Polo, which were both really big budget storylines. Big budget. Now this storyline, The Rescue, actually outdid in ratings, in TV ratings, outdid the Daleks. So a lot of people on the crew were really ecstatic about that. And then it also, the second episode of this story made it into the top 10 TV shows watched that week. Which this happens all the time now that the shows come back after Ninth Doctor and on. But this show still has higher ratings. This episode, the second episode, still has higher ratings than some of the episodes of the current show have when they air. I don't know if it was because it was the first time the Doctor was replacing a companion or what was going on. It is a good story. It's not the best story. I mean, it is a really good story, but it is a good story. So, anyway, the DVD is almost void of extras. There is audio commentary. There are PDFs on this one. Actually, this, if you throw it in your computer, it actually has the original design drawings, which are mentioned in the making of. The making of is called Mounting the Rescue. It's about 21 minutes long, and it does a lot of justice to this story because of the fact that it's a making of that does a lot of how we did this kind of thing. Instead of just talking, some of these making of featurettes just talk about what everybody's feelings were and the problems they ran into, which are great. But this one actually did how we did the special effects, how we designed the rocket, how we did this and that. I like that a lot. It spends a lot of time on the transition from Carole Ann Ford as Susan Foreman to Maureen O'Brien as Vicky. It also does a lot of little background on William Hartnell at this time. I really think it does as most with 21 minutes as it can. We have DVDs of Doctor Who that have longer making-ofs. I just think this one packs in the most punch that it possibly can for 21 minutes. And it has a photo gallery just like any other one of the DVDs. And that's about it. But this DVD set comes with the Romans. I'm going to do that in a separate review because it's a separate story, even though it comes in the same set. That's it. Thanks for watching. After this video's up, pretty soon I'm going to have up my Ambassadors of Death unboxing. That should be, it's this Tuesday coming up that it comes in, and looking forward to that. So like I said, thanks for watching. Please, if you have any suggestions or criticism, keep it nice, I guess. This is the internet, I know. Just put it down below in the comments, and or message me. I read every comment. I reply to a lot of comments, as most as I can, but I can't reply to everyone. Sorry. Just let me know what you're thinking. So, because I'm just making these videos, and I don't know if anybody has any suggestions or criticism for me. So, all right. Thanks for watching.